Hello, this is Kelly with Indiana Inker Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do some memory planning in one of my grandson's memory books. I have 4 baseball games that I need to memory plan for him in his memory book. So let's start with this one. And so this was his June 24th game. And I'm trying to do all of their pages a little different, but with so many games and between him and my other grandson, it's hard to come up with that many ideas. So I know you guys, if you've been following, have seen me use my scrap papers that are in the shop, which are called background papers in the shop, but I did print a couple different ones that I didn't have the last time I was working on those. And then I also printed some more of the dirt sticker strips. So I like using those, and then the baseball sticker strips. So we will use some of those. So let's see, let's do a dirt sticker strip. And I do keep these rather simple for the most part. Just because after one of their games, I have I have photos for, like both of my older grandsons were on the same team this year. So after each of their games, I had pictures for each of their albums, plus pictures for my memory album. So when they have 2 or 3 games a week, that adds up pretty quickly, especially when I'm working full-time and don't have a lot of free time to work on these. So, but I also don't have children at home and that kind of thing either, so I have more time than most, but I never know when I'm getting off work. And so the evenings that I don't get off on time, then I obviously don't have as much time. And it depends on how many orders have come in for the day, on how much time I have to plan in the evenings, or if I've got to work on new releases, or so. Okay, so now we've got that started. So let's see. I can probably trim these up a little bit more, but those actually fit in there pretty well. I also pulled out some washi, so I kind of thought maybe we would. So I love to plan with Jess, do something similar the other day. So except for she wasn't in her memory planner, she was in one of her regular planners. I don't think she does a memory planner actually. Let's make that a little bit shorter. She does a lot of different planners, but I don't think she's doing a memory planner right now. So let's just layer these and see if we like this before I do it on all of them. But she did a grid washi with a scallop, but I don't think I want to do scallop washi for my grandsons. Okay, now let's put that there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. So I don't want to do it on all of them. That'd be a little too busy. So let's do this. Their baseball season is now over. So I've got plenty of time to get caught up between now and the time fall ball starts. So I won't have as many, so I think maybe I should put it under this one too. So I won't have as much memory planning to do, I don't think, but you never know. Something fun could come along that I'm unaware of yet. One of my friends and I, weather permitting, are going to go look for some roadside attractions, I think, this coming weekend. I've really gotten into those since we went to Casey, Illinois. And we went, last year we also went to Macomb, Illinois, the home of the founder of Monopoly. And then we went a couple other places as well to see roadside attractions, and that was pretty fun. Okay, that's different. Do we like it? I don't hate it. I don't know if it's something I'll do again, but it's different. Okay, so we'll put those down. What did I say? I think it said this was June 24th. So we'll have to put the date on. My adhesive ran out. So we will grab a new one. Looks like I'm going to have to order me some. And this is Tombow permanent adhesive, and I just get it off of Amazon. I believe it's always linked in my description. I think I usually buy them in a 12-pack. Just kind of depends on what the pricing is. Sometimes you get a better deal on just ordering a 3-pack. But you can also pick it up at Michael's, Hobby Lobby as well. Okay, so June 24th. So let's see, do we want to do, I've got Mojo's date it book, so let's see if we've got, shouldn't have black in this one, and I don't have the black one out, so let's see what we can find. There's the red. Let's just do that. Do we? Oh, we don't have 24. I don't really want to break that one up. Okay, let's see what we have in the blue. Is that? No, that might. That looks like black, but I've not opened that, used to that one yet either. And I've not used the blue either. Okay, so we'll just use the stickers from my shop. Now let's find a 24. All right, so we've got that done. Now let's add some deco. So I've got all my sports stickers in here, or a lot of my sports stickers. I don't have them all. Okay, this is Bentley's. So he is number 17 this year. He wanted 77 because he's always been 77, and they gave it to another Bentley on the team. So, which was not their intention, but that's how it ended up. Well, I know I have there we go. I knew I had their numbers. So we'll do that. And I'm thinking about adding a custom option in the shop where you can order your kids' numbers or your grandkids' numbers. Okay, let's put and these are in this shop as well, just not on a big sheet like that. Let's do that. And we should have some larger bats. Most of these are in the shop. They may just be on a different size sticker sheet. Okay, that's too big. I may have run out of my smaller bats. Yep, looks like it. So I will have to print me some and add that in later, I guess. So do we have any place, let's see if we can put a quote there. Put that there. And I think that's good. I may get a bat and put right there. I replenished some of my stickers the other day, but I apparently did not replenish them all. Okay, so now we have 625. I have 4 for that game. Okay, so let's just do baseball sticker strips this time. That at the top. Didn't get that all the way to the top. That's what I get for not turning it around so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. And I just keep a piece of scrap paper over here to put all my little remnants and scraps on. I got that up a little too high, but I'm just going to leave it for now. And then what do we want to put on the bottom? Let's put this whiter one on the bottom. Make sure I have that right side up. If you watch any of my flip through videos, you will see where I wasn't paying attention and turned my paper around and to put the washi on the top or the bottom and didn't turn it back around when I decorated it. So then I put it in my planner and it was upside down. But you know. Okay, so let's do and their season was just a little wonky this year. They had several kids that quit and because they weren't able to, it was a little league and they had to wait until the high school kids were done with the high school diamond. And so a lot of the schools already had their schedules done or something, I don't know. Anyway, there was some mix-ups, and so opening day was May 9th. They had a couple games that day, and then they didn't have any again until the beginning of June. So I think a lot of the parents got a little frustrated, but then again, their season ran a little longer than the other kids, which I guess maybe put off vacations, or I don't know. But so they had some kids quit, and then they had some kids that didn't want to listen, and so it was a whole mess this year. So hopefully they get that ironed out, and it's not such a mess next year. Okay, so now what do we want to do with let's move those up here. Then we've got these big baseball bats, so let's put one of those at the bottom. And if ever I use a sticker that you can't find in the shop, just let me know. It may have sold out, it may have expired. If it's expired, then most of the time I don't have a problem with relisting it. So, unless I have completely deleted it for some reason. Okay, so we'll put that there. Now let's put our date on. So see, I just keep these, sometimes it's just really simple. So you don't have to do a whole lot or have a bunch of stickers. I mean, because these are boys, so, you know, they don't want a bunch of frill and a bunch of that kind of thing. So sometimes the girls' spreads are a little more fun, but my girls are older. So most of my spreads are for my 4 grandsons, which are younger. So see if we've got a quote that we can put in there. So maybe I will have some great granddaughters at some point, but not anytime soon. My oldest granddaughter is 19, so we don't need any babies quite yet. Plus, she's in college right now, which I know is not impossible to do all of that, but I would like to see her wait a little while. Finish school, get her career going. Kids today don't seem to be as in quite as big of a hurry as what my generation was, which I am perfectly okay with. And a lot of people are opting to not even have children right now. So, and that's okay too. Okay, I think we will leave that one like that. And we have 2 more games. So let's see, we've got July 7th. We only have 3 pictures for that one. In this game, we have several pictures, so we'll have to do it on the back. A rare picture where I have both my grandsons in the same picture. I know that's him, but that does not look like his number. But I'm pretty sure that's him. So let's see, what do we want to do on this one? Let's do that and this. Since we don't have very many photos, we can go ahead and do this and put it at the bottom. And then we'll have to punch it. These background papers are rounded so that it's easier to use them in your journals. So if you use them in here, I just take it down past the, well, the corners usually go off the end anyway. And then in your journal, you're only going to line up the outer corner anyway. Getting more of my paper than I am the sticker on that one. And then we will punch that in a little pile. Now let's tear this and put it across the top. It's a little easier to peel the back off if you tear it opposed to cutting it, but you can do either one. And if you cut them, a lot of times the really pointy needle nose tweezers are very helpful. More of the paper again. The light's shining off of it, and we'll use that as my reasoning today. Okay, so I like that. And so we have July 7th. I must have been more engrossed in the game that day than I was actually taking pictures. Okay, so we'll use, did I say July 7th? Okay, so we'll do that. Let's see if we have July 7th in the dated book. I think I prefer red. I've used the 7 there. I've used the 7 in the paper, so let's see if we have it. Days of the week. Okay, here we go. We can do, really wanted it bigger though, but so we'll just do that instead. that. And we'll see if we got to have a couple of quotes that we can put in. Well, I can't really move that up now. I was going to put this quote down there, but I guess maybe I could put it. See if it'll show up on the. This is a clear sticker, so let's see if it'll show up on there. Not real well, but it's not bad. Okay. We can use these on either side of this picture. I like that. Those kind of go with the glitter pretty well. Although I know boys aren't really about glitter, but for some reason I think these are okay. And this ended up being his last game because he had pulled a muscle and missed the last 2 games. Or is this his last? When was this one? No, this was his next to last game. Okay, so we have that done. So I'm pretty well out of quotes. So I'll have to print me some more of those as well. I didn't do a very good job of restocking my baseball pictures. Okay, so now what do we, let's see. I ran out of my baseball borders. I intended to print those too. Oh, there's another sheet of quotes, so we have a few more. Okay, so these are my baseball borders. So I need to remember to print me another sheet of these. I really like these. You have to be careful because they don't have a very big, they're very small right through there. So I had to do a small offset so that it didn't end up being enormous. But if it does pull off, it very easily goes right back on there. Okay, so what do we want to do at the bottom? Let's do a dirt washi strip on this one. And I also have dirt background papers as well. When you visit the shop, be sure to check out the retiring section. Most of the ones that are in there will be retiring between now and the end of October or the end of September. So let's trim this up just a tad. Well, I know I want to put that one quote on the bottom. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Not necessarily baseball, but put that there. Okay, I think that's good. See if we've got June 9th that we can pull. We do. Or, no, this is July 9th. Did I put June? I think I put July on the other one. At least I hope so. I do want to put a journaling box on this one to note that this was his last game. So let's move these up, move those out. Let's see what color of boxes we have in here. So I've pretty well used this book up. So let's see what we've got. I know I don't have any blue. And I probably don't have any red either. So maybe we just need to use black. This probably should have reached for a journaling box instead, but I didn't. Okay. Yeah, this picture looks like it's bent, but I think it's just the way that pole is right there, because this one looks bent too, or maybe it's the edge of the building. On my mat again. This is a gum eraser, and this is a definite staple to have in your planner supplies. It'll get this off unless you get it on the front of your photo, and then it won't get it off. Just makes it more sticky. But if you take a sticker up and you have sticker residue in your planner, you can use that and get the sticky off. You can get those from Amazon, Hobby Lobby, Michaels. Might even be able to get those at Walmart. I've not looked there for those. But Hobby Lobby and Michaels, I believe they're with the adhesives, and they're only like $2 or $3. Okay, so now what deco do we want to use? Let's see. Let's do these. that on that side. Put that there. Little baseballs. Let's see if I can put one down there in that corner. Kind of bare up there. Let's see. Let's find the baseball mitts. We can put one of those there. I swear these stickers always want to give me fits when I'm on camera. If I'm not filming, I don't have an issue. There's that. Have these little bitty bats. Put that there. All right, so that one is done as well. So now I have all 4 of his pages. I forgot we need to punch them. Okay, so that one's okay. We need to punch this one. And this is my We Are Memory Keepers punch. I received this as a gift, and I believe they got it at Michael's. But you can also get it on Amazon. I'm not sure if Hobby Lobby has it or not. Then you have to make sure that you clean this little thing out every once in a while. Otherwise, it would get to where it doesn't punch very well. And then some of the pieces go down in there. So I just use my clay tool that I use to get clear stickers out of sticker books with to get those out. Okay, so we have the first one. Okay, I like doing the washi underneath there. That was something different. Have the dirt washi strips, the baseball glitter washi or sticker strips from this shop. These are background papers. These are sticker strips. And then the last page, again, we have the dirt sticker strips and then the baseball borders. And I also have those in a smaller size as well. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.